everybody. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique and welcome to Medora Budgets. It's myself and Sweets married with a whole bunch of kids trying to figure out our future, family, and finances so the decisions we're making now won't negatively impact us in the future. So if you're rocking with me on this journey, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are here today. Today is Wednesday the 15th, and you will see this video on the 16th on Thursday. And we're here to do a budget with me. So I'm just pulling out my stuff. Just got off of work. And let's go ahead and make this video. I've worked out some numbers previously, so you guys know I do a messy budget anyway. So at the end of October the 3rd, I did right before I got paid on October the 3rd, I worked out what I would like to give to each of these categories that I have in YNAB for the 3rd, the 17th, and the 31st for all of the checks that I'll receive in October. So I'm thinking these numbers are still good, although there is one change that we'll need to make around the phones. So what I am going to do is probably pull out my iPad as well. I don't have a lot of room on this desk here, so I think I'm gonna pull that out and we'll match it up and see where we are as far as whether or not I'm contributing still to October or if I'm contributing to November at this point. Okay, so we'll do that. So this is my Traveler's Notebook TN that I have, y'all. The chunkier it gets, the happier it makes me feel on the on the inside. But we're here. We're going to take out the insert for the budget, and I'm going to go ahead and use this fountain pen that I have, and then we'll just close this back up and stick that under there. All right, so this is what we're going to use, and I'm just going to turn real quick to, well, this doesn't look like it's quick, right? But to the budget for the 17th. And then let me get rid of my fingerprints, y'all. And then, am I shaking the camera? She's shaking the table. All right, let's see. Let's get, it's a shame that I still have, what is that, August or June? My dashboard from June is still still on there. That lets you know where I am, baby. Oh, okay, hold on. It's logging me in. Okay. And we're gonna go to Newton Federal accounts, because these are the ones that should matter the most when it comes to prepping for my budget. And then we'll have that here, and let's move this over here. We'll have this over here on this side. I'm gonna blow this up a little bit so we can see what those categories are and what we're looking at, and I'll come in just a tad bit so we're as close as we can get. Put that light over there. Okay, all right, we've done all we need to do. All right, so, I need to get the rollover amounts back. All right, so what we've got in our rollover, $1,914.92 in the bills account, and roughly $150 between the two variable accounts that I have. It looks like we will be depositing, so the pay raise does not kick in just yet. It won't kick in until the check that I receive on the 31st. The position was confirmed this week, and then I work on 2-week cycles. So 2 weeks from now is when the pay rate actually increases. So for now, bills account will get $1,500, still gets $1,575. I do plan on moving that back up to $1,610, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But it is going to increase. For variables, I am anticipating 700 in one account and 70 in another one. So I'm going to say 770 total. For other, so I should get $50 from Micah, $40 from Corinne. So I'm going to put 90 there as far as the budget is concerned for that. And then that's it. I don't have plans or think that I'm going to receive anything else. Although Sweets typically gives me money, this is the 35th reunion weekend, and so he might have to give me some change to work through for that. So nothing for it to add to the budget necessarily. So I'm just going to do it this way for now. So that's my rollover. Both of my rollover amounts, $1,575 for the bills, $770 for variable, and $90 for extra. $499.94 is what I am projecting to work with. Whoop. Okay. 499.94. All right, cool. All right, so now let's look and see what we're looking like for our bills. All right, so giving always gets in $160 in whatever month we're in. So that is still for October. Okay. Lawn is going to get 10. And that's still in October. Oil change gets... what did I put for oil change? I gave a little bit more because we just got our oil changes. So I need to beef this back up. All right. So 25. And that's still for October. Maintenance subs is still open. So for maintenance subs, that covers iPro Insurance, which is basically $9 still left to pay. Nope. iPro Insurance has come out. iPhone Insurance is not, and that's $9. HP Inc. we don't have to worry about. iCloud has come out. OneDrive has come out. Google One has not come out. So I'm going to add $5 there. So that's about $14 that I still need to have for October. We have $19.78, so we are good. So I am going to put that maintenance sub, that $15. I'm going to put that down, but we're going to add that to November. That's going to be for November. So I'm not going to put it here, but what I will do is I'm going to touch that, and we're going to go ahead and snooze that one for now. All right, it looks like I've already snoozed media, tidal wave, property insurance, Kindle, AT&T. All of those have been snoozed for October, which means I'll be adding those to November. So media subs for November gets $60. Let me sit this over here to the side. Media subs goes in for November, and that'll be $60. And the reason why I'm documenting October or November, when I come in here after I actually get the money and then I go into YNAB to assign the money, I want to make sure I am assigning it in the right month. One of my viewers or followers, I think it was Brandy, said you really want to put that money, even though you're getting it in October, you really want to put it in November, because November is still looking for their amounts and their money. So they'll be asking for money that you've already saved for that month if you put it in the previous one. So that's why I have to track. I don't have to, but I think it makes a good idea to track October versus November. All right, so title is going to get $13, and that'll be for November. Property insurance gets $100, and that'll be under November. Kindle is going to get $10, and that's for November. AT&T gets $48, and that's for November. AT&T, yeah, AT&T is down to 10 cents, baby. Sure enough, got to get that some money soon. All right, garbage gets 10, and it gets it in the month that it's in, so that's October. Water came in at 38 and some change. That hasn't reflected here yet, but it's covered for October, so we're saving for November. And water gets 20. Auto has $525. This is to cover the amount due for October, so I'm saving for November on that one, and that's going to be $260. Phones. So this is where the change is going to be. And remember, I mentioned earlier that for bills, I'm going to need to put that up to like $16.10. So I have another phone, and it is for work. It's for some additional duties that I will have with my new role. It did not require me to get a separate phone line from my personal one, but it does require me to have some times in certain weeks that I'm going to be on call 24 hours in the event that there is an issue or an outage, and they have to be able to reach me. So they asked for what that number would be, and I did not want to give them my personal number because I am trying to make sure I have some work-life balance and I have some separation. So I did purchase a phone outright and bought it unlocked. It's just the iPhone 13, although it is in a case that looks like the iPhone 17, but it's the iPhone 13, $300. I paid outright for that, so no payment plans, and I did sign up for Visible, and this one under the $35 plan. They've already sent me the SIM card. I have it in. The phone is active. The company will reimburse me $35 a month for the plan. For the cost of the plan. They just automatically add it to the first check that I get for every month. So I had to submit a ticket for that. I've gotten that in. It takes 3 to 5 days for it to go through, and then I'll get added to the list to make sure I get that $35 stipend at the beginning of November. But I've already activated the number now. So they've already taken out the $35 for the phone. Well, they haven't taken it out here, but it will show, and so that's going to be removed there. So I think I'm going to put normally I put 25. I said all of that to say I am saving for November. I normally only save $25, but now I think I need to save $40, and the reason for that is because I now have 3 lines that I am responsible for, and so I need to account for that extra money. All right, heating and gas, they need their money now for October, and that's going to be $60 to get them where they need to be. Ring has $602. It still needs more for October. We'll go ahead and put that in for $5. The warranty, so warranty has enough for October, so now we're saving for that one in November. So that's where I gave my extra cash that I had on the last check, and that is coming in handy now. So we'll add $26 there. Mortgage it needs its money for October. Well, it's actually for November because I paid on November the 1st. I'll just go ahead and put it in November. We'll go ahead and change that. I'll go ahead and put it in November. $430. All right, and then electricity, I don't know how much that's going to be, but it is due in November. So I am going to right now allocate $100, but it might actually be less. No, I'll just put in the 100 and we'll be done with it. All right, let's go back up here, all view. Let's come down to just annoying. That's my debt. So Nelnet gets $60 every time I get paid. I might up that with this change that I'm going to have as far as my pay is concerned. We'll see. But it's $60 right now. Green Sky is taken care of and Rooms to Go are both taken care of for October. So I'm saving for November for each of those. And each of those I'm going to save $50. All right, there you go. All right, so that is what I needed from here. So that is done. Let's sit this over to the side. Let's see what we're looking at as far as the amounts are concerned. Let's tally that up. $1,552, and that is too much. No, that is right, because I'm putting $1,575. Okay, I'm good. I was worried for a minute there. I was thinking $1,500. Okay, so $1,552 for
right,
all right, so that part's done. And when I say that, I mean all the money that goes into the bills account is taking care of these things that are on the left side of the page. And so I try to match those up the best I can to keep me from having to move money back and forth, etc. So everything that goes into that account should be applied to these envelopes. Next, we'll go over here to variables, and I'll stick with the tried and true numbers that we've had. I actually won't. I'm going to put 300 there, but I think I need to put like 100 for gas. I'm not going to buy any OTC. I'm going to take that extra 30 and add it there. That's 90. And then I'm going to take 20 from home because I won't be here after tomorrow for a while, and the kids are not going to buy those types of things or need any of that stuff. Okay, so that's what we'll put in for now. Again, this is just giving me a little bit extra money for gas. So I think that is it. US Bank we won't worry about because that's the monthly budget. Sorry, y'all. US Bank we only worry about if we get money from sweets. And APCU, we don't worry about unless we get money from sweets. And then miscellaneous will cover anything unbudgeted. All right, so these added together, $460. Okay. Next is savings. And I did something really weird, not weird, but I needed to cover, and I wanted to have a little bit more money to put on the credit cards that I had. I had a bill, an outstanding bill with Ally. I had not on my Ally credit card. I did not have any interest that I was paying, but I did have more money that was due there because I helped my daughter get a phone when hers was broken, and that was like $200 and something that I did not plan for. So what I decided to do last paycheck cycle, and we'll cover this as a part of the paycheck budget closeout, was that I just decided not to contribute anything to savings, take that money and reallocate it to pay off that Ally card, and then to put a little bit on the Chase Freedom. And I actually liked that approach. So I'm going to contribute to savings this time, but on the 31st, I'm not going to contribute to savings. I think I'm going to do that. I think every other check, I'm going to put it towards savings. And then the other one that I don't put towards savings, I put it towards the credit card. And that might be a quicker way for me to get this Chase Freedom card paid down. We'll see. But I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and budget some things on here this time for the check on the 17th. But I'm not going to add anything on the 31st. Okay. I did work out kind of what I wanted it to look like for my contributions for savings. So I want to give, where is it? Here, I want to give $80 overall to WTH, and I combined those together. And I think I'm actually going to bump that up to 100. I spent a lot of time putting all of this together. I'm going to leave these as they are. I don't know why I'm trying to change them now. All right, WTH, we're going to budget 80. Boss Babe, we're going to budget 105. Family, we're going to budget 95. And Wish Farm, we're going to subs, we're going to budget 25. Wish Farm, we're going to budget 50. The only one that I can see right now I might make a change to is this one, because I am adding one around occasions. Here. But what I might do is separate out that project. So contribute 25 the first time to that one, 25 the next time, or I'll do one has 10 and one has 15. I'll do that. I'll do 10 for projects, 15 under occasions, and then leave that at 50. I think I'll do it that way. All right, so all of this equals 355. I'm going to take that 355 and I'm going to write it down. Okay, because that's where I am. I am contributing 770 plus 90. I'm going to leave that 150 alone. I'm contributing $860 to all of my variables. So that's my variable and my other together. I've got $860 I'm working with, and that needs to take care of these two categories on this side of the page. So 860 minus 460 equals 400 minus the 355 that I just got. So I've still got $45 left. I am not going to give myself any cash because I'm giving myself personal 40 up there. So I'm going to skip that. And I'm going to put 25, 20 in the acrylic box, 25 in beam binder. So that now will total, what did I say was left? 400? That should be $400. So what does the budget look like? Inflow, $4,499.94. Outflow, $1,552 minus 460 and minus 400 minus 1552 minus 460 minus 400 equals shows as 2,087 and 94. All right. That is it for me. This is where these numbers are shaping up, or what they are shaping up to look like. And hopefully I did that right, and we will see. So the next video you should see from me will be the YNAB one. I don't know if it'll be on Friday though, because I will be in South Carolina for the reunion. So I'm just not sure when I'll be able to make that video, but I know I will make that video, and maybe we'll just talk through it, and I'll just pull it up on my mobile app and we'll go through it from there. I'm not sure. Okay, that is it. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.